Hello and welcome to the last episode of this tutorial, featuring Spider-Man. Look.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man at your service.
What? Ah!
Alright, so that was creepy. Anyways, so let's start with hyper counters. What this means is all of Spider-Man's hypers have invincibility frames when you at the startup is what they call it. What this means is that you can counter almost any hyper thrown at you, taking advantage of this. However, do keep in mind hypers or any other move that has a lot of frames will hit you. So only do this with the hypers I'm showing now that you're able to counter. And very few exceptions, you can even do it to normal moves, like shown here. Dante doing his stinger is completely countered by his hypers. So keep that in mind that you have that with you. Now let's move on to his combos, which are a lot. This is my most casual B&B combo that I do, which is bread and butter. This is the one I always use online because it's so easy to do. I'm not gonna get into detail with how much damage it does. I'm just gonna show you the combos themselves. This is another one that's kind of the same, but just doing it a little bit more fancy. Here we have the new B&B combo for Spider-Man, which now involves his OTG and the easier to combo web throw. This one does a lot of damage. I'm not sure if I put it, but it does over 600,000. Sorry. Spider-Man can also do combos out of his air throw. I haven't tried it with his ground throw though, but this is a nice tool to use when you pick an enemy off the air, especially when you're air dashing. Here's another combo that combines two web swings. Again, this is new to him because now he can do a web swing on the ground and then one on the air. This is a combo you can do if you want to be flashy. That's all of the bread and butter, so let's get to some assist combos. This is also an interesting combo, but using an assist increases the damage because it ended at the S because of the hit stun decay. Here we have another combo, again involving a question: how many spider stings can you do on the air? And if you notice, my third spider sting somehow allow me to raise him up again. I will be explaining later on how to do these combos, but this is just visual while I'm explaining what's going on here. Again, here are just a few more examples of... Wait, what did I put? Oh yeah, sorry, that was a B&B combo. It was an example of the two web swings I did earlier. So let me add an assist to this combo so you can see how much damage it does. In advance, because it fades out kind of quickly, this combo does over 700,000. That's a pretty good amount of damage for just 1 meter. And an assist character. Now this is something interesting I found. Someone asked me if you can combo after a crawler is out. Now I did some experimenting and this is what I found. It's very situational because you have to hit the crawler shot while the opponent is on the air. This is also a corner specific combo, so you can only do this on the corner, and it doesn't always work. I suggest using Deadpool because he's the fastest OTG I can think of. Here I just expanded the combo with another OTG, and it does nearly, let's check the damage.
Over 885.
That is a lot. So, well, for 3 hypers actually. But yeah, that was some cool combos. So sorry about that, but let's get into XFactor now. As you can see here, Spider-Man doing normal pressure, and now here's Spider-Man doing extreme pressure with a level 3 XFactor, which is most of the times you will be using XFactor with Spidey. Level 2 is also very good when using Spider-Man. However, combos become much more difficult. Here's a little infinite Spider-Man can do. I only did reps because you can go more, but it wastes your XFactor. And Spider-Man doesn't have a lot of duration with the XFactor. I think it only lasts like 10 seconds or so. Or 15, I'm not too sure. So the combos you can do with Spider-Man get very limited. This is the best I can do, and they're basically touch of death. But as anyone will know, and anyone with level 3 XFactor becomes very dangerous. So here I'm gonna mess around so I can talk a little bit more because I went really fast. All of the combos I did before, if you're interested and wanted me to explore them a little bit more, I will do individual videos for that combo. Whenever it's the double web swings on the air, or the triple spider stings, or the combo after doing the crawler assault. If you want me to explain those a little bit more, please leave a comment below so I can get more details onto that. But XFactor Spidey is powerful and fast, but again, he's no level 3 Wesker, so be careful with that. So that will be all of the information I have to offer. So to conclude, this is gonna be very hard because I went to training mode and I fought against my own team and I got completely wrecked. So the only things I could say on how to fight against Spider-Man or how to use Spider-Man is, to my opinion, fighting against what is this, Ghost Rider, Hulk, even Virgil for some reason. They're kind of easy for me to fight against. The only problem here is Spider-Man's health. He doesn't have that much, so if he gets hit by any of these guys or almost any of the cast, he's gonna die pretty fast. Especially against the likes of the guys that I can't fight that well is Wesker, Spencer, Frank West, and Sentinel. Wesker for obvious reasons. Spencer, his air mobility has more priority than Spider-Man, which is what I really hate, considering Spider-Man has been wet swinging since the 80s. But oh well. Needless to say, yeah, Spencer's he's a good counter against Spider-Man. Frank West, I don't know why. I guess because his attacks just again have more priority than mine, and he does more damage than I think Spider-Man can. Other than that, for certain characters, of course, you need to find a strategy. I haven't found a good strategy against Frank West yet, other than staying the hell away and just waiting for him to do something that has a lot of delay, and I'll just pick him up from there. Any general tips I can offer is that if you're fighting against Spider-Man, is try to memorize his pattern. What is he doing? If he's air dashing, keep in mind that he has very few options to defend himself. Any beam hyper will do damage. Considering Spider-Man's health, it's even more deadly. Another thing is if he's doing web glides or a combination of the both, it's still the same thing. He doesn't have a lot of options to defend himself, other than trying to do a hyper and DHing into another character. So that's memorizing his mobility and countering it. Advancing guard works really well against Spider-Man, especially if you do it on the first hit. He tries to hit you, advancing guard out of it, because if he gets closer, he'll have more options to get close again and continue the pressure. So yeah, most of the time Spider-Man will be on the air, so try to hit him out of it or just counter his attacks. Spider-Man on the ground is decent, but again, his heavy attacks on the ground are very slow. If he misses and he doesn't do anything, or if you notice he has a tendency of not doing anything after a heavy, be sure to take advantage of that. Lastly, Spider-Man, now for the positive things, Spider-Man is a very good character. He's very versatile in the air, and canceling any of his moves that used to leave him open is a very good, it's a very good buff that he received. He can basically combo off any of his moves. Even web throw used to be nearly impossible to combo after it. So Spider-Man is very versatile. The only problem is his health. He can go down very fast. So be sure to give him assist that allows you to pressure the opponent and not give him any options to try to counter you or hit you off the air. In XFactor, it's the same as everyone. He goes very fast, and his combo options decrease by a lot because of how fast he goes. So that'll be my opinion on Spider-Man. He's a very fun character to use, and that's one of the guys I will never let go.
Thank thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the information. Later on I'll be making another video regarding questions and answers and future ideas of what I plan to do with this kind of series. As a quick tip, I may consider doing Arthur and maybe Deadpool because I've gotten questions about those two. So thanks again for watching, and I do hope to see you next time. More videos I will be uploading of multiple games, especially Ultimate Marvel Scrap. And just to get a little close up, this is my Amy plush.
So if you have any questions about Spider-Man or any of the combos or information that I gave you today, please leave a comment below and I will answer them as fast as I can. I always reply to all of my comments. So thanks again for watching and take care, people. Happy gaming!